Good morning to you, Aquarius. I'm so happy to have you here with me. Seaside, soundside, whatever. It's got salt in it and you can swim, so it's delicious and good. And it's so calm and gentle. What's wild is when the sun was rising this morning, it had a very Saturnian energy, but I spoke to it and I'm like, this is the release point. This is when those who've been held in the bondage and the captivity of pains and hurts and physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, whatever, all right, whatever form, because no matter what, it causes you limitations and pain, suffering, conditions of the mind, conditions of the heart. And in your case, it's shown very much a condition of the heart. See, the heart has become like a stone. It's become hard because when it's not beating, when it's not circulating, when you're not taking in the soma and the life force and the breath with, shall I say, vigor, really vitality, intention, the mind moving forward and not just moving on, trudging on and blazing a trail. No, because it's forward and open, forward and open, forward and open. It's very natural. It's kind of like the way a bird flies, all right? So you ready to feel free and feel, ooh, well, the way a bee flies. You got some honey coming up in here, some sweet stuff. And no false promises about that kind of love here, but it's showing, I'll get into the background in just a moment, but it is showing this essence of having been stuck with other people's problems, having been left holding the bag. It's kind of like a crime getting pinned on you, and you're the one doing the time and paying the price for it. Or somebody, I mean, gosh, when credit card theft and all that started about, those people had to pay it. They didn't have all that insurance protection and things that credit card companies do now. So it can mess people up for years, sifting and sorting that out and all that added stress and pressure and like convolution to your life. That's kind of like the inside of the Rubik's Cube screwing all around like that. Pod me, but don't pod me because it feels screwy. And you're like, Joy, you know me. That's why my heart is hard. It is stiff from the amount of stress of trying to get past all this so that I could get to my breath, get to the living, get to the enjoyment and the pleasure. Because the thing is when that is stuck on you that way, see, this thing has been squatting a nest and it's laying its eggs for you to take care of. Look how big that bird is in comparison to you. That's what that big old Saturnian energy coming on in. It's coming in from lifetimes through generations. It doesn't matter of understanding what your mother's mother did or your grandfather on this side and that and just blip, 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 blip. Nope. We're getting out of the earth and DNA. And we're getting into the spiritual DNA, which is our divine nature activated, our divine nature aligned, our divine nature awakened. So let's awaken your divine nature today, and we're just going to do it with some little vibrations, some little juiciness, unctuousness coming on in here. Just take a glance, take a gaze at this card, all these soft little wings and whispers. Imagine that energy buzzing about you like fireflies, the magic stirring up again, stirring up so that your heart can leave this like in-between place, this resting place. And that resting place has been a graveyard because it took the life of you. It's like, for the life of me, I can't go on. I can't keep doing this. This is too much. It's hard to handle. And like friends may have distanced themselves. Friends, maybe people hurled accusations at you or the list or the tirade of, you should do this. You need to do that. Why aren't you doing this? And you're like, forget my shoes. Why don't you step into my body space for a moment and tell me where I'm going to pull it from? The old saying, can't get blood from a turnip. Where's the life going to come from when this thing has been feeding on your home life, on your heart life, on your savings account, and not just saving for a rainy day. This is like that vitality. You came here to experience something beautiful, juicy, and delicious, friend. I love that they turned that over to the bees. Taking care of that stony heart right now. It's almost like if you've ever had a dog, as they age, they begin to get that plaque building up on their teeth, because a lot of people take their pets to the vet, but they don't all get dental care, and it builds up that tartar, and that tartar sort of protects the teeth. Sometimes it rots it away, but this is more like tartar. It's that outer crusty layer that built up on there, and inside is the pearl, friend. this beautiful pearl. No need to have to protect it anymore. It has its own natural luster, its own natural radiance and shine, which is the protecting factor. And it's showing a bit of parasitization, like lingering effects. You're like, I've done the mental work, I've done the energy. If that's you, you know, give me a thumbs up down below. I've done these things and I've pushed on out, yet I'm still struggling. And that's because these things that have such short lifespans, that built up, the debris that built up in the time that you were having to tend to this buggery, right? Those little things, like maybe keeping the house clean, like maybe getting the exercise that you need or you desire, maybe having the energy to cook a meal for yourself, or to go sit and have a chat with a friend and not have all that just spinning like records around your brain, so that you could give space to enjoy yourself. These things, that energy has become a parasite on your soul. And that's the thing, like fleas or anything else, they have to be treated 2, 3, 4, 5 times in a row, in a sequence, on a like set time frame, just at the moment of like the gestation and the release. Okay, so just a little bit of consistency, friend. And so anyways, I won't get into the name of the guide who shows up here, because it is a famous person, but it was someone who was known for their discipline. And they said it's not, you know, so much the amount of effort that you put in when you show up to practice. It's how you show up. The perfection is in the showing up. The power is in the showing up. The consistency is showing up with an attitude of, okay, I'm ready. Clearing that space for that moment. Getting these buzzards, we're going to call it that. This card can go both ways, but today it's going as the buzzards. The things that come to like needle at your head when you're trying to step out the door. You're like, enough that I had all this going on, but my God, to even try and live. It could be like going out and rousing, you locked your keys in the house. Or like yesterday, my car, oh my gosh, y'all, it wouldn't run and I had to get to work. And like, lots of things, it's like no way to repair it, whatever else. And I'm like, okay, I talked to her, I prayed, I asked Spirit, I'm like, so what do we do here? How do we get my car running again? And it worked, and I celebrated, right? And then the air went dead, and it's like, I don't know, heat factor is 106 here yesterday. And since going through cancer treatment and then this kidney thing, the heat can catch up with me really fast. So I'm having to make sure I have a lot of water packed with me to stay overhydrated. And so there it is. The air is blowing hot air, scalding hot air, like hot like my engine hot. And I'm like, oh, that's okay. I'm not gonna get caught up in this. The parasites, the worms trying to eat your brain, saying you'll never escape, you'll never get out of this. You're destitute. This is what you're destined for. This is all it'll ever be, because you can never get enough to overcome it. That's what this channel for is, friend. It's that lift, that boost, that wind beneath your wings to get that old trash off your mind, the things that have been sucking up your energy. Black hole, like something strange and new is coming in, friend. It's kind of like, I don't know if you've seen Mad Max Under Thunderdome. It's like those wars in the desert. But the thing that has been overpowering you and pummeling you, there's an equal force to it coming on your behalf, all right? Coming to begin to take this eclipse off of your Mars, off of your energy, taking, restoring the heat, the passion, the vitality to who you are. I'm watching it out here. Watching this thing make its way. Salvation is on its way, friend. And it's almost like you casting down these things, like I did with my car. I gotta get that. I didn't start panicking and calling and tell my mom how everything's all ruined. Ooh, dolphin jump and all that kind of stuff. It was like, all right, we're gonna take a moment. Another dolphin. We're gonna gather our wits about us. I'm going to keep my heart in check. I'm not going to start getting that plaque and letting it turn to stone and letting this thing snuff out my passion, my ember, my good day, right? My okay day, my level day. No, we've got more of that coming in. So let's see, because we got the victory. The victory over what? That old stretchy, nasty, like hadn't been done in years, hadn't seen it in years. The evidence is so stacked and built up on the other energy being your life that it makes you wonder. And that wondering can make you wander away from your home because of this. But they're saying, to a sense, let us in. Let us into this home. Let us into the safe space. Let the hope return. Let your heart begin to beat again. Okay, friend? Let me get you a little bit of animal support. We got the elephants at the bottom. Look at that love connection. Open yourself to true abundance. Turn on your heart light. Let it shine wherever you go. Let it make a happy glow for all the world to see. And you'll begin to see that what you were afraid of and what was chasing you was actually something that was inside the helm, in the driver's seat of your heart, driving you along, almost like criticism or demanding or extraction. If you're someone who likes Monsters, Inc., the OG, the original, it's that extraction. Throw a little laughter in there, because I was prone to crying a lot. It was hard and I was suffering. And so the could go to hee hee hee. And so I wouldn't, you know, with the name being Joy, I'm like, these are tears of joy. And if I didn't welcome you, by the way, welcome. I am Melissa Joy. Welcome to my channel here, Joy to the World. So let's get in here, and it says stay balanced and stay in your essence. Again, these are partnerships. This is like you staying with your divine self. And they talk about, you know, awakening your child. Now, many of us are the children. We didn't step into that spiritual development, growth to the fullness because we couldn't see it. We didn't know our way out, right? So this is your divine self. This is that help coming in to comfort you, to steady you, to tell you to stop, take a breath for a second, and let's walk this through. Let's talk this through. Let's think this through, okay? Before you just start spinning all out of control, before it starts getting to you like that, okay? Don't let the least intimidation and remembrance and reminder and up in your grill, up in your face, snuff out your candle. Okay, friend? Okay? Let's remember this. Help is on the way. Support is here. Support is here. Always remember, I love you. You hit the like, share, subscribe, jump on this joy train. Come on in here and join my channel. I'd love it. You could also leave comments or compliments down below if this serves you well, and I hope it does. All right, friend.